with mystictwist.com, and today I am on, I think, week 3 of my Tesla Model 3 road trip. Hi! And I'm driving through Montana right now. So, didn't see that coming, but pretty cool. And for that reason, the topic of this video today is going to be about journeys and how, quite frankly, I think it's a whole load of crap these days that life is a journey. So, for some context, I don't know if you've ever heard of the guy Joseph Campbell. He's an old anthropologist of the 20th century. He's famous for a book called Hero with 1,000 Faces, and his work essentially looked at the archetype of the hero in many different cultures throughout the world. And this book actually went on to inspire, and if not structure, Hollywood, authors. Pretty much every, movie or book that you read or see that is all about a hero uses a lot of the archetypes from Joseph Campbell and many of his predecessors who looked at that work before him. And if you're not familiar with the hero's journey, it's basically this idea of, to quote Bilbo Baggins, there and back again. So in the hero's journey, and you'll see this in everything from Lord of the Rings to Harry Potter to Avengers movies, it's this idea of a 3-act structure, typically, where at first there's a hero. It's just like any old average Joe or Jane, and there's some type of pressing problem that crashes into the hero's life, and he has to deal with it somehow. And at first, the hero totally rejects it and doesn't want to do it, and is like, I just want my normal life. But then something happens, and he's forced to embark upon this journey. And I say he because almost all of the heroes of the past, few centuries have been men. But it's women too, as well. So anyways, the hero reluctantly embarks on this journey, and at some point finally accepts that, okay, I have to take this on. And in that structure, the second act, the hero meets all sorts of allies and new friends, and also discovers who the bad guy is. There's all sorts of fun and games, as we would call it, and a whole subplot, what the novel or book or movie is really about. And then, through lots of trial and tribulation, this hero goes into the underworld, the belly of the whale. This whole world's flipped upside down, right? And eventually, the hero emerges from that with the elixir of life, or the magical thing that will help save the day. And at this point in the story, the bad guys close in, and all hope is lost. It's the dark night of the soul. Everything that can go wrong goes wrong. But somehow, at the very end of the climax in Act 3, everything gets resolved magically and wonderfully. Maybe not until the very end, but it eventually gets resolved. So at the end of the story, the hero has transformed. He's fully embraced his destiny. He's solved the problem. But also, he goes back to the beginning where he started, and everything is the same, just like the Shire hasn't changed at all in Lord of the Rings. I guess in the movie, anyways, not the books. But the point being is they go back to kind of like the old life before this journey happened, but really the hero has transformed in every single way. So that is the archetype of the hero's journey. And to be honest, I think as a society, we are evolving out of that archetype. We are now in a different age, a different era, a different consciousness, level of consciousness, and it's no longer relevant. To quote one of my favorite modern philosophers, his name's Alan Watts. If you've never heard of him, check out his work. I've linked below. But one of my favorite quotes by Alan Watts is that life isn't a journey, it's a dance. Now let's think about this for a moment. Everything I just described in the 3-act structure of the hero's journey, what does that look like in our modern lives? Well, it could be as simple as when you come of age, at a certain age, you realize that you wake up and you realize you got to make money to live and survive on the planet. So maybe you go to school or you learn a skill, and then you need to find a job, and you need to find, a spouse and start a family, and then you need to grow beyond that so you can make more money and climb up the corporate ladder or grow your business or whatever it is. And it's just this constant, never-ending cycle of I need more, and I'm always thinking about the future, not the present, or always worried about the past. And quite frankly, the past doesn't exist and the future doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is right now. And even that is incredibly fleeting, because the now just passed, and now it's a different now, and a different now, and a different now. But the point being is that the only thing that really exists is this present moment. And we so often are outside of the now because we're forced into this construct in a lot of ways to worry about the future. And that's a mechanism of enslavement, to be honest. It's very simple, actually. So, what does this mean? Let me just show how gorgeous this is right now. Minus the dead bugs on my windshield. But enjoying the now, that's for sure. It's really beautiful here in Montana. I've never been here before. So anyways, the now. And one reason why I really like this quote by Alan Watts is because if we think of life as a dance, what does a dance really mean? It's not about going somewhere. It's literally about being present and experiencing, feeling your body, hearing the music, seeing the sensations of the colors and the smells and your surroundings. Maybe you're dancing alone, maybe you're dancing with another, but you are literally present. You have to be present in order to dance. You can't really be thinking about the future, like what you're having for dinner that night, or maybe you're thinking about the next move you're gonna make, but if anything, it's about enjoying that choreography of the perfect moment that is the present. And I thought that this was just such a powerful idea, because we so often think about the journey of our lives when, my teacher and mentor, Nellie Benz, talks about this a lot, but basically we have come in as divine infinite beings. We don't need to learn anything. We are unlimited. We're oneness. We are at our core soul level, or even beyond that, we are everything. Like, what does everything mean to learn? Nothing, because it's everything. But we come into this body in this incarnation to have an experience of limitation. And the limitation is what makes it interesting and fun. And, it's really all about experiencing and just being, And there's a lot of programs that say, no, you're here to learn lessons or resolve your karma. And, that's one level of experience, but it's not the only experience. And it's just a program too. So you don't need to learn anything. You don't need to evolve. You can just simply be and enjoy your life on Earth. It's really simple, but there's a lot of stories that basically say something different. And in fact, they'll tell you the hero's journey. You need to suffer in order to learn, or you have a very important mission to save the world, especially if you're a light worker. There's all these programs around why we're here, but really, if we're here just to dance and to experience and enjoy that now, it really isn't a journey at all. So, to put a mystic twist on your life, I encourage you to think about, moment to moment, what would your life look like if it was a dance instead of a journey? So it could be about anything. Take a look at it from your job, or your relationships, or even what you're doing in this very moment. You know, for me, I've been on the road for 3 weeks now, and I wasn't expecting that. I had a couple goals that I wanted to achieve, which I did. And now I'm just enjoying the moment because I've never been to Montana. I didn't even think I was going to come here until like yesterday when I was mapping out my course. And even then, like, it doesn't really matter where I go or when I arrive, because now that we're living in the world of coronavirus, I can work from anywhere. As long as I got my laptop and my car, I can really be anywhere. So I can just enjoy the moment wherever I am. And that mystic twist has been amazing on my life, and it's been very recent where I've even just thought about that and experienced it. So I encourage you to think of your life as a dance and see what that does for you. I think that particular twist is really expansive, and I might do amazing things for your life, even if it's just to decrease your stress a little bit. So I hope this video has been helpful. For more tips and tricks on how to add a mystic twist to your life, check out my website, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!